Fatima Family Shrine in Alexandria. Spent some time walking around, said some prayers, and then I went and got some gas. I'm just coming out of the gas station now. I got myself a little prosciutto mozzarella snack pack. I like it when I can get some kind of snack pack with meat and cheese and crackers from the gas station. Am I even going the right way for the interstate? Guess I'll find out. I think I'm going at a right angle to the direction I want to be going. Slower than this guy behind me wants me to be going. And so I'm just going to turn around. This is a fun one. I Can Hear You by They Might Be Giants, made at the Edison Laboratory. Step away from the car. This car is protected by Viper. Boom, 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 boom. Guess where I am? I'm calling from the plane. I'll call you when I get there. You won't hear about that I'm buzzing you in. I'm buzzing you in. What's your order? I can supersize that. Please bring your car around. If the audio sounds a little fuzzy, that's actually a part of the track. Because I think this was recorded on a Edison style wax cylinder. Okay. I'm gonna turn here. That was a great song.
Some crazy garbage called the blood of the exploited working class. But they've overcome their shyness, now they're calling me your highness, and the world screams, kiss me, son of God.
So they say, but Mr. Jesus is very far away. Now you're the only one here who can tell me if it's true that you love me and I love me. I built a little empire out of some crazy garbage called the blood of the exploited working class. But they've overcome their shyness, now they're calling me your highness, and the world screams, kiss me, son of God. The world screams. kiss me, Son of God. Oh yeah. I'm going to the Black Hills. Now, you don't need to tell me twice. End navigation.
Ending navigation.
1,400 miles to Seattle. What a big country this is, eh? Big and full of cattle. was thinking I would get to Seattle by Wednesday or Thursday. But at the rate I'm going, I might be there Tuesday night. Right, because it's only 11:30. And I'm going to be in mountain time soon. So, like, right, if I drive another 6 hours and then stop, it'll be 5:30 where I stop. Because I'll be well past Rapid City by then. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Trying to cut back on the caffeine, so this 12-ounce latte from Josiah's in Sioux Falls. This is my caffeine ration for the day. And yeah, basically the same as I had yesterday. I had a 12-ounce latte from Caldi's Coffee. But yeah. Yeah, it was kind of sunny this morning in Sioux Falls, but it's looking like it might rain. Wonder what the weather's like in Rapid City. Especially as you get further north, this is the season to do it. Ooh. It's the acoustic recording of Psycho Killer. Touch me, I'm a real live wire. Hey, oh, I love my nonverbal vocal melody. Semis come speeding the other way, it rattles my car a little. it's healthy to have things that make you feel small and vulnerable, even in the car. It's too easy to feel big and indestructible. But cars are quite destructible indeed, as it turns out. Oh man, my whole spiel yesterday about how I crashed my car in Flagstaff, like that all would have been recorded with the dash cam tapping on my heads-up display screen, and so that would have just been an unlistenable mess. I feel like, I don't know, do I even have signal here? I guess I do. But yeah, I was saying back like a year and a half ago in November of 2024, I was driving out west. I was driving across Colorado, and the Interstate 70 was closed because of snow. But, I was on kind of a time-sensitive mission. I had tickets to see Billy Joel and Sting in Las Vegas, and the tickets were for Saturday night, and I headed out Wednesday morning. It was the day after the election, so it was, the second week of November, and I drove across Missouri and through most of Kansas and stopped in Abilene. I saw that I-70 was closed due to weather, and I hoped I could wait it out, but, spent the morning in Abilene, went to the Eisenhower Museum, and I spent like a couple hours there. I was hoping that it would give things time to clear out, but it was still snowing hard on Colorado when I arrived at the state line. I-70 was closed at like Burlington, just eastern Colorado, right next to Kansas. And so I broke south and ended up on US Route 50, and I took that through increasingly heavy snow that Thursday evening. And because Wednesday night I was in Abilene, Thursday night I was in Ordway, Colorado, this tiny little town. I stayed at this super cute bed and breakfast called the Hotel Ordway, and the snow did not let up all night. My car was all covered in snow the next morning, and so that Friday morning I went out, I was brushing the snow off my car. There was another guy at the Hotel Ordway. He was out at his car at the same time, and he saw that I looked like I was getting ready to go somewhere. He was like, "So where are you headed?" And I said, "Actually, I'm supposed to be in Las Vegas by tomorrow night." And he looked at me like I was crazy, like, driving all the way to Las Vegas in this weather? And it was a hairy day of driving. Ended up going over Monarch Pass, elevation of 11,000 feet. And I got a text from a number I don't recognize. It's probably some spam. But going over the pass was the gnarliest part of the drive for sure, just in terms of the amount of ice and snow on the road. And when I got to the foot of the pass, before I headed up in, it was like 35 degrees, and there were signs saying you probably want chains if you don't have four-wheel drive. So I pulled over to the side of the freeway and got my chains out of the trunk, and before I could get to putting them on, I saw a few cars come up through and go up into the pass, and it seemed like they didn't have chains. They didn't look like super rugged four-wheel drive, they looked like sedans, like my Mazda 3. And I felt like if these guys can do it without chains, then I'll probably be okay. I just have to follow them. And I went up into the pass. I had the chains in the passenger seat so I could grab them quickly if I needed to. But I was watching the thermometer drop as my elevation climbed. By the time I got over the pass, at the top of the pass, it was like 25 degrees. And just driving over a little carpet of ice for a few hundred feet, but yeah, obviously I survived, and yeah, it wasn't too long after I came down out of the pass that I made it out of the storm, and just drove on Route 50 until I met back up with the interstate at Grand Junction. But I was surprised that Interstate 70 just runs into the 15 in the middle of nowhere in Nevada. There's not even a gas station there. You just gotta pick north or south. But that was a cool drive. I-70 across Utah, over the San Rafael Ridge. Beautiful, beautiful landscapes. I wish I could have looked around more as I drove, but obviously I had to keep my eyes on the road. You can feast your eyes on a good sight, but all that driving in some ways was like a fast for my eyes. Like just resisting the temptation to let my senses rest in what's most pleasing, because, well, obviously there's things I need to do. Need to pay attention to more than just pretty sights. But speaking of St. Raphael, I feel like that drive was actually pretty healing for me in terms of helping me get over the residual trauma response that I would occasionally have when I was on the freeway. Like when I got going too fast, it was 75, 80 miles an hour. Because I was going about 80 miles an hour when I crashed my car in Flagstaff back in, that would have been the summer of 2023, or summer of 2021. Man, time flies. But yeah, it was about the end of my lease term at the first apartment I lived at in St. Louis, and so I had to go and find a new place. And I was expecting to have my car when I arrived there, but unfortunately I totaled the car in Flagstaff, had to leave a bunch of stuff in my car in the tow yard where it got towed off the freeway, and yeah, just packed what I could in a suitcase and flew back to St. Louis, and then had to deal with the move without a car of my own, which was kind of a bummer, but luckily I had friends from work to help me out. But yeah, driving through the snow, I was trying to keep my tires in the tire tracks of the cars in front of me so I wouldn't be sliding too much on the snow. It was a very rigorous kind of attention practice. I feel lucky that I have, you'd say, a tremendous appetite for silence and stillness, and so I don't much mind these long drives, just sitting in the driver's seat and cruising. I feel like I really get into my body and in my senses and just live in the moment. It's like my high school girlfriend didn't learn to drive until we were seniors, and so for most of our relationship I was driving her around all the time, and sometimes I'd be just driving a